Stay tuned because coming up after the break, we've got two epic football comebacks from over the weekend that you simply have to see to believe. Welcome back, everyone. I'm James Farrar with today's Sports Update. Heading into yesterday's games, the biggest story of the NFL's week was a pair of record high point spreads as teams near the bottom continued to tank and teams near the top continued to win. Or at least it would have been had it not been for a rookie quarterback taking over for a two-time Super Bowl MVP in the country's largest media market. That's right, yesterday finally got here and the New York Giants got to see what their future face of the franchise looks like. The game, as is usually the case with rookie QBs, had some good, some bad, and plenty that, well, no one will ever remember. But one thing that New Yorkers won't forget anytime soon is what Jones was able to pull off, leading the team back from an 18-point second-half deficit that included scoring the game-winning touchdown himself on a 7-yard scramble on 4th down with just a minute and 16 seconds remaining. The win is the Giants' first of the year, and Jones joined Eric Hipple as the only two men since the 1970 merger to account for 2 rushing and 2 passing touchdowns in their first career start. As impressive as that comeback was, it had nothing on what the college kids from UCLA pulled off while most of the country was asleep Saturday night and into Sunday morning. To say it's not been a good start for Chip Kelly's Bruins this season would be putting it mildly. The team had scored a total of 42 points combined in their 3 losses so far, and they were heading towards a 4th straight loss in the game Saturday night in Washington against number 19 Washington State. With under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Cougars were up 49-17, and it was beginning to be fair to wonder if Chip Kelly was even going to make it to the locker room following the game, or if he'd be fired right there on the field the second the game ended. Someone forgot to tell UCLA it was over, though, because when Bruins quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson found Demetric Felton in the end zone for a 15-yard touchdown with 67 seconds left in the game, it capped a 67-63 UCLA win that saw the Bruins overcome a 32-point second-half deficit and score 50 points in the half alone. That's 8 more in just 2 quarters than it had scored in the first 12 quarters of the year combined. UCLA was also able to overcome a school record 9 touchdown passes by Washington State QB Anthony Gordon. The 9 TDs went with his 570 yards passing, and it was still not enough to hold a 32-point lead in the second half against a team that had lost 13 of its last 16 games dating back to last season. Well, that's all for today's Sports Update. I'm James Farrar. Now let's get you back over to the news desk.